Hello guys, you are welcome to my video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create different kind of hero section or backgrounds and add different kind of color to it. So in this section, we are going to create this hero section or background and add a solid color to it. So you can see this is what we are going to create. So from here, we are going to create our next section or our next hero with an image. That hero is going to contain an image and a little bit of background overlay. So as you can see, when I scroll, the image is fixed. You see, the image is fixed. So that's what we are going to do here. And you can see the image has a little bit of background overlay. So I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So from here, we are going to create our next hero section. All right. So this hero section, we are going to add a gradient to this hero section, and you can see how our gradient is going to look. So from here, we are going to create this section, and this hero section, we are going to add a video background to the hero section or this background. Okay, so after this one too, we are going to create our next section, and our next section is going to be like this. Okay, we are going to create this section or this hero with an image, and we are going to give it a shape. Look at below or at the bottom, you can see the shape. Okay, yes, so we are going to do that. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. And our next section too is going to be our slideshow. Look, this is how our slideshow is going to look like, okay, with a key banner. So not to waste time, let's go to our dashboard. Let's go to my dashboard. Then I will show you the plugin that I'll be using. Okay, so this is my dashboard. So I'll go to my plugins. I'll come here, click on plugins. Then this page will be open, and you can see the plugin that I'm using. I'm using Elementor to design that. So from here, I want to show you the theme that I will be using. Okay, so I'll go to appearance, theme, and this is the theme that I am using. So if you want to use the same theme as mine, you go to add theme and search for Hello Elementor. So from here, let me go to my page. So I'll go to my page from here. Okay, so as you can see, I already have a page, and that is this page. All right, so from here, we are going to create a new page for our tutorial. So I'll go to add page here. So I'll click on add page and give our page a title. So let's make it back, just back. Okay, then I'll go to publish. So after that, I'll go to edit with Elementor. All right. Okay, so we are in our working environment right now. So this is our working environment, and we are going to create everything from here. But before I start creating our section, I want to go to my page settings. So I'll click on page settings here and come to the down and go to page layout. So I'll click on page layout and select Elementor full weight. Okay, so I'll click the Elementor full weight, then go to publish. Okay, so from here I can create my section. All right, so to create my section, I'll click on this plus button, then click on the flex box and click on this container. All right, so from this container, let me give it a padding. So I'll go to advanced, I'll take this padding and give it a top padding of 80, then a bottom padding of 80. All right, so from here, I want to give it a background color. So I'll click on style, go to classic. So we are going to give it a solid background color. So I'll go to classic. Okay, then I'll go to here and select my background color, and that is going to my black. Okay, so I'll select this black, right? So from here, I'll come back to my layout. Then I can adjust the height. You see, so I can adjust the height. I can give it a height the way I want. Okay, but for this one, I'm going to use 450. Let me use 400. I think 400 is good for this. Okay, so from here I'll click on this and go back to the top and give it a margin of 30 at the top. Okay, so that's it for here. I'll publish. Okay, then preview, and this is how it's looking like. So you can see that we have created our solid background color. Okay, so let's add a text to it. So I will go to my element panel and select my heading. So I'll drag my heading inside, then I'll name this one solid color. Okay, so from here I'll go to style, then I will increase the font style. Let me give it 45. Okay, 45. It's okay. And I'll give it a color of white, pure white. All right. So let me make it, click here, give it a little bit bold. So let me make it extra bold. It's okay like this. Then from here I can select this, go to layout, then I'll click on center here, then center here like this. Okay, so as you can see, then I'll go to publish. So we just created our solid hero. Okay, our solid color hero. So this is our first hero section. So we are going to create our next hero section. So what do I have to do? I will just duplicate it. So I click on it and duplicate it. Click and go to duplicate. All right. Okay, now that I have my duplicate, so let's check our reference site. Okay, so I'll go to my reference site and our second hero section. This is going to be our second hero section. So let me go back to my working environment. So back to my working environment, I'll click on this section, then come back to style. Okay, I'll come back to style, then I'll go back to classic. I'll click on classic. Okay, then select this, then remove this color. Okay, so I will remove this color. We don't need this color anymore. Okay, we're done with that first hero section. So we want to create the image. We want to add an image to this hero section. So how can we add that image? So we are going to maintain this selection. Okay, we are going to maintain this selection and come back to the style and click on choose image. Okay, so we are going to select this image. I'll select this image, then I'll go to select here. Okay, so our image is selected. So I'll come to my panel here, then on the position I'll select center. All right, on the attachment I'm going to leave it for now. I will select on the repeat, I will select no repeat. Display size, I'm going to select cover. Okay, so when we scroll, you can see our image is not fixed. All right, so I'll come back to the attachment and select the fix. Default is on scroll by default, so I'm going to select fix. So when I click on fix, then you can see when I scroll. Okay, all right, but there's one thing we have to do. You can see that our text, we can't read our text. All right, because the background image is light and our text color also is white, so we can't read it very well. So what do we have to do? We have to add a background overlay. So I'm going to add a background overlay to it. So I will select this section, go to my style, then I'll go to background overlay here, then I'll select this classic, then I'll select the color I want. I want a dark color. Okay, I want a dark color, but I have a dark color saved here, so maybe I'll choose that dark color here. Then I'll come down to the opacity and I will increase the opacity. Okay, increase the opacity like this. Okay, so as you can see, it looks good. All right, so we are done with our second section right now, our second hero right now. So we are going to create our third hero. So let's check our reference site. Okay, so as you can see, we are going to create our third hero section. So I will come back to my working environment, then I'll duplicate this one. Let me change this to image fix and background overlay. Okay, so let's go to our third hero section. So I'll duplicate this one, I'll click on this one and duplicate this. Okay, so then I'll click here, then back to my style. This I'm going to delete this image. Okay, then I'll go to my background overlay, remove the background overlay to this section. Okay, so that you can have this empty section, right? So let's add our gradient. So I'll go back to my background. I'm still in the style. Okay, then I'll go back to my background, and here I'll select a gradient here. So I'll select a gradient, then I have to choose my color. So I'll choose my first color, and it's going to be red. Then my second color is going to be black. Okay, like this. Okay, and as you can see, so the gradient has also some functionality, some features here that you can manipulate. So let's try to manipulate some of it. Okay, so I'll try to manipulate, and you can see some little changes on it. So you can do whatever you want with the gradient. Okay, so you can change the angle of the gradient too. You see, you can change the angle. So let's do something. Let me show you something here. So let me show you something. As you can see, then you can change the angle of the gradient. I mean, you can make it like this as you want. You can leave it like that. Okay, like this. So you can do whatever you want. Okay, with it. All right. So let's put it the way it is. Okay. And let's put the angle like this. I think this is okay. All right, so this is how you can add a gradient to your hero section. So here I'm going to name it gradient. Okay, so we are going to our next section. All right, so let's check our next section. Okay, so our next section is going to be our video background. So let me duplicate this hero section. Okay, let me duplicate this one, click on this. Okay, so I'll select it, go to style. Okay, then I'm going to remove this. Okay, so we don't want the gradient. Okay, so we want to add a video to our hero section. So I will go back to my style. Okay, then I'll be inside my background, then I'll select a video here. Okay, so by selecting this video, you can see that it has enabled this color. So I don't want this color, so I'm going to remove this color from there. Okay, so we have to copy our video URL. So I have a video here, so I'll click here and copy the URL from here. Okay, and back to my working environment and copy it here and paste it here. Sorry. All right, so okay, so you can see our video is showing here nicely like this. So we can add a little bit of background overlay. So let me add some background overlay to this. So I'll click on background overlay, then I will add a gradient background overlay. So I'll click on this gradient background overlay, then add a color to my gradient, then add a color to here too. Okay, so then I'll give it an opacity of light, not too much. Okay, as you can see, so it's looking good. So let's make this one video background. Okay, video. All right, so this is our video background, and this is how you can add a video to your hero section or your background. All right, so let's go back to our next section. Okay, so let me check my reference site. Okay, so what is going to be our next section? Our next section is going to be our shape. So I'll go back to my working environment, and then I'll click on this section, sorry, and I'm going to duplicate it. So I'll duplicate this section. All right, so after I duplicate, I'm going to remove the video. So I'll go to style, then I'll empty this video. Okay, then I'll go to the background overlay, remove the background overlay as well. Okay, so I want it empty. Okay, so we are going to add our shape to it. So what I want to do is add this image to our background. So I'll select this one and go to background. Okay, then I'll select the classic again. Then I'll choose image. Okay, then I'll choose this image, select the image. So from here, it is on center fixed. I don't want it to be fixed. I want it to be scroll. All right. So, and repeat, no repeat, cover. Okay. So I want to add a background overlay to this one. Okay. So let me add some background overlay to it. So I'll go to background overlay, and this one I want to add a solid color background overlay. So I'll click on classic. Okay, then I'll choose my dark color here. So let me choose this dark color here. Okay, like this. Okay, so then I will lighten it a little bit. Okay, all right. So from here, I will go to shape divider. So I'll click on shape divider. Then I'll click on bottom, because I want the shape to affect the bottom, not at the top. If I want it to affect at the top, I'll select the top, but I want it to affect the bottom. So I'll select the bottom. Okay, then I'll select my shape. So I want this shape. So I'll click on this shape, and you can see. So you can manipulate the shape here. All right, so I can manipulate the shape here the way I want. Okay, I can increase. Okay, I don't want it to go too high. Okay, so if you want to, you can flip it here too. All right, you can flip like this, or you can invert to here. All right, like this. So it's okay. I'm going to add a little bit of shade, not too much. Okay, not too much. Okay, so I think this one is okay. So this is how you can add a shape to your hero section or to your background, okay, section. All right, so we're done with this one, and our next section is going to be our slideshow. And as you can see, our slideshow. So let's go back to our working environment and add this section to it. So I'll come back to my working environment, duplicate this. Okay, I'll duplicate this and select the section and go back to style. Okay, so I'll go back to style. Let me see. I'll go back to style. Okay, so let me remove this background. Okay, and I also want to remove the background overlay. So I'll go here and remove the background overlay. So I want it empty, right? So I'll go back to the style, go to background. Okay, then this time I'm going to select slideshow. So I'll click on slideshow and I'll click on add images. So I'll have couple of images here that I'm going to select. Let me select these images here. Okay, then I'll go to create gallery. Okay, then insert. All right, so as you can see, our image is being set. So let's do some manipulation here. Okay, the duration, let's reduce the duration to 2,500. Here is 5,000, but I want to reduce it to 2,500. Okay, 2,500. Okay, now I'm going to leave the transition the way it is. Okay, the background size, I can make it cover. Okay, I'll make it cover. Okay, background, I'll make it cover, and the background position, I'll make it center. Okay, I'll make it center, and the key bend effect, I'll click on the key bend effect, and you can see the effect. All right. Okay, do you see the effect? Okay, so that is what you want. But let's add a little bit of background overlay to this one. Okay, so let me see. All right, let's add a little bit of background overlay to this. So I'll go to background overlay and let's add a gradient background overlay. So I'll click on gradients here, select my gradient color, Then I'll come to the opacity. So I want to reduce the opacity a little bit. Okay, a little bit. All right, and as you can see, we want to remove the shape, okay, because the shape was for this one, so we want to remove the shape here. So I'll click this one, go back to my style, okay, then go to shape divider. So here, shape divider, here I'm going to select the bottom, then I'll come here at the height, then put it to 0, okay, and you can see that we have it to normal size. So I will change this one to, I will change this text to slide show. Okay, so I'll also change this one to shape. Okay, all right, so as you can see, so I'll publish. Okay, and let's preview. Okay, so as you can see, we created a different kind of hero section. All right, so with this one, you'll be able to create any hero section for your website. So assuming that you want to create a website, so you have to choose which of the hero section that you prefer, then you use that to design your website, as I have shown you a couple of hero sections and how to design them. Okay, so this is the end of this lesson, and thank you for watching this video.